I don't think a lot of people would disagree that the main faces, the heart and soul of the MCU, at least up to Endgame, was Steve Rogers and Tony Stark, Robert Downey Jr. and Chris Evans. But if there was a third, I also think there wouldn't be much disagreement that it was Chris Hemsworth's Thor. I mean, I think it was pretty much by design that at the end of Endgame, when the heroes first confront Thanos, it's the three of them. It's Captain America, it's Thor, and it's Iron Man, right? He is an important part of the MCU. And his films, even just the last couple, have been resounding successes. Take a look at this. Like Thor Ragnarok, I contend, is a top 10 best MCU, best comic book film ever. It had that great balance of being partially very heavy, deep themes with real lighthearted and real fun. They had that good balance. Unfortunately, Thor Love and Thunder threw that balance way off kilter and went way too silly, but still, Thor Ragnarok, 93% critic rating, $855 million at the box office, and even a big step down film like Thor Love and Thunder still made $760 million. That's how valuable Chris Hemsworth and Thor is to the MCU. So it's no surprise a lot of people believe, including myself, that Thor will be back in the MCU, but there are also now reports going around that Thor 5 is actually in development. Should we believe those reports? Well, let's start with the report itself. This comes to us from Comic Book Movies, who writes, Thor 5 is reportedly in development at Marvel Studios. A new quote from Taika Waititi in Thor Love and Thunder, the official movie special book, ignited the speculation online. Online social media My Time to Shine Hello says that the MCU sequel is currently in development. They report that Taika Waititi is not yet inked to return, but he hasn't ruled it out either. Likely due to the writers and actor strikes, no contracts can be signed and nothing can be made official. Marvel fans were very rattled by the rumors after going so long with no word that he was coming for the next up in the franchise. Okay, so reports going around that there's going to be a Thor 5. First of all, let me make it clear. I believe there's going to be a Thor 5. I mean, I always have. When you can put out a subpar film like Thor Love and Thunder and it still makes $760 million, and you know this character and the actor playing him is beloved by the audience, you're going to bring him back. He's also the major right now with the state of the MCU, with Steve Rogers gone, with Tony Stark gone. He's the big heavy hitter in the MCU. All due respect to Captain Marvel, but he's the big heavy hitter in the MCU. So I do believe he'll be back either in Thor 5, Avengers Kang Dynasty, Avengers Secret Wars, whatever, what have you. So there's also, though, reasons to believe that this report isn't real and isn't true. Let's go over to the classroom here for a second. I want to suggest a couple reasons why these reports going around that Thor 5 is in development isn't true. Well, number one, there's a writer's strike going on. For the last 3.5 months, no writers have written a word. The WGA has been on strike for well over 100 days. And nothing can be in development if there are no writers. That is literally the definition of development, of them trying to put something together. There are no writers. The writers aren't working right now, right? That leads us into the second thing. The second reason why you could believe that this is not true is Taika is not signed on yet. How can something be in development if the person who would be doing the developing has not signed on yet? I mean, it makes no sense. Taika Waititi was the heart and soul. Listen, Chris Hemsworth has said on multiple occasions that the whole reason he's still playing Thor is because of Taika Waititi. That Taika Waititi with Thor Ragnarok brought in a new dimension to Thor that gave a lot of love and life back to Chris Hemsworth in loving playing the character again. Now, that's not to say that if anybody's going to do Thor 5, it only can be Taika Waititi. Not saying that at all. But I mean, if Taika Waititi's not signed on yet, how can he be developing anything? And if he's not there, how can anything be developed? So there's no writers. Taika Waititi hasn't signed up. So it just kind of makes no sense that Thor 5 would already be in development. Okay, that's why you could believe that the rumors are not true. Well, what about this? Why it could be true, right? Because I'm not willing to rule it out. Well, if there's no writers and there's no Taika, how could this report possibly true? Well, this might be a stretch, but maybe the writing started before the strike came. All right. So you could make an argument that maybe this development began over 3.5 months ago. Okay. Not likely, but possible, right? But possible. Okay. Well, there's another thing. How do we deal with the Taika situation? Well, maybe they're getting a new director. I mean, look, Taika did do the last two, but he didn't do the first two. And it's other than Peyton Reed directing, all the Ant-Man films. I mean, it's not like they get one director and that's it. That director does everything, period. So, I mean, it's completely conceivable that maybe they are moving away. Now, there have been absolutely no reports that Taika Waititi is not returning. I mean, yes, he hasn't signed back on yet, but there have been some reports that they're talking, that he's still interested in coming back. Chris Hemsworth would like him to come back, all that kind of stuff. But it is possible that they could be looking at another director entirely. So, theoretically speaking, if they are looking at another director, and if this development started over 3.5 months ago, then those would be reasons to believe that this current report that Thor 5 is in development now could possibly be true. Do I believe that Thor 5 is in development right now? I do not. I personally don't believe, I don't know that it's not, but I don't believe it is. I do believe that we're going to see Thor again. I do believe there's a decent chance that we could get a Thor 5. I absolutely believe Thor will be in either Kang Dynasty or Secret Wars, maybe even both. But I do not believe the report that there is currently Thor 5 in development right now. Although we can't completely write off the possibilities, because again, maybe new director, maybe they started 6 months ago, who knows? Guys, we want to take a second to thank a sponsor of today's video, Mint Mobile. Signing your life away to a big wireless provider is kind of like being trapped on a roller coaster from hell. Sure, it looks like fun at first. They probably even threw in a free phone, but now you can't get off. Month after month of insane bills and unexpected thrills, like overages and surprise fees. If that sounds like your current big wireless plan, it's time to get off the ride with Mint Mobile. For a limited time, wireless plans from Mint Mobile are just $15 a month. That's unlimited talk, text, and data for just $15 a month. You guys know before I came to Mint Mobile, I was paying triple what I am paying now on the standard big wireless plan, and I will never go back. All plans come with unlimited talk, text, and high-speed data delivered on the nation's largest 5G network. Use your own phone with any Mint Mobile plan and bring your phone number along with all your existing contacts. To get your new unlimited wireless plan for just $15 a month and get the plan shipped right to your door for free, go to mintmobile.com/Campea. That's mintmobile.com/Campea. Cut your wireless bill to just $15 a month at mintmobile.com/Campea. Question is for you guys. What do you think about these reports going around? Do you believe that Thor 5 is currently in development? Do you believe that they don't need Taika Waititi to develop it and they don't need writers to develop it? Or do you believe that, listen, they could be getting a new director? Or maybe Taika Waititi has secretly signed on again. Maybe the work on this began well over 3.5 months ago. It's possible. Whatever you guys think about this right now, jump down into the comment section below and let us know your thoughts. Hey guys, thanks so much for watching this video. Make sure you like the video, leave a comment, and subscribe to our channel. And don't forget, we have a daily podcast called the John Campea Show podcast, available on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or your favorite podcasting app of choice. Go and subscribe to it today so it'll be there when you need it.